Hello and welcome everyone, it's me, Chris from England, and this is a special English lesson to talk about the Brazil 2014 World Cup to help you understand more about it and to be able to discuss it in English if you want to. I'm well prepared for the occasion, as you can see. Here are some of all of the countries. They are symbols. There are 32 countries and teams participating this year in Brazil. What I'm going to do now is talk to you a little bit about the different elements of the World Cup and how to describe them in English. I imagine it will be useful for football fans in particular, but I think that for the World Cup a lot of other people become interested. So I hope that this will be useful for all of you. It's going to start on this coming Thursday, the 12th of June. Before the first match there is an opening ceremony. It's like a performance and celebration, and it will be in Sao Paolo. And then, as tradition dictates, there will be the first match on Thursday. It will be Brazil, who are the hosts because it is being held in their country. We call them the hosts, versus Croatia. In the first stage, there are what we call groups. 4 teams in each group. We name them Group A to Group G. The top 2 teams from each group go on to the next round, which we call collectively the next round to the final, the knockout stages. So the first round, as there will be 2 teams from each of the 8 groups, there will be 16 teams, and we call that the round of 16. I don't know what it's called in other languages, but I think it might vary slightly. Then the quarterfinals, there will be 8 teams playing each other. Then the semi-finals. In the World Cup they have a 3rd place playoff. And of course the final. I'm going to talk about some of the biggest teams and players. As I already mentioned, Brazil are hosting it. Their most famous player perhaps is Neymar, who plays for the club Barcelona. I think he is possibly the best known Brazilian player at the moment. England, my country, we have Wayne Rooney, who we call Wazza sometimes. Steven Gerrard is our captain, Stevie G. Another famous player is Frank Lampard. And our manager is called Roy Hodgson. Spain are the holders, the current champions, because they won it last time. And maybe they are the favourites as well, although Brazil will rival them for that title. The favourites mean the team or the person who are most likely to win. Their famous players include Andres Iniesta, Xavi, and the striker Diego Costa, who recently joined Chelsea. Argentina have Lionel Messi and Sergio Aguero, who plays in England for Manchester City. Portugal have the current best player in the world, if you define it by the person who has won the Ballon d'Or. That's the trophy each year for the best player in the world as voted for by other footballers and managers, Cristiano Ronaldo of Portugal. And another country who are always likely to be contesting the final is Germany. And I think their captain, one of their most famous players, is Phillip Lahm. While I think about it, I want to mention to you the different positions on the pitch in English. So we have the goalkeeper, or keeper. Then the defence. We have a right back, a left back, collectively called full-backs, and 2 centre-backs or centre-halves in the middle. Then the midfield, call it left winger on the left-hand side, right winger, and central midfielders. Then it depends on the formation, the shape of the team. There can be 2 players in attack or 1 in the middle, for example, an attacking midfielder. And then up top, the attacker, we call them a striker or a forward, a centre forward. Those are the positions of football players on the pitch in English. I've spoken about a few teams there, including my own country, England, who I will be supporting, of course. But what about you? Is your country playing? I trust you will be supporting them if they are. But if not, who will you be supporting? Please do leave a comment or discuss this with us if you want to. It will be interesting to hear. And who do you think is going to win? In terms of watching the matches, our tradition in England and the rest of the UK mainly is to watch in the pub a lot of the time with a whole group of people, some friends, some strangers, people you don't know. And of course, not most, but a lot of English people will be getting drunk if we win. And if we lose, they will be getting even more drunk. There are a lot of expressions about football in English. We call them sometimes idioms or cliches. That means expressions which are rather boring and overused. I wanted to go through a few for you now. The agony and the ecstasy. This means when a match is both very bad and good for a team. A game of 2 halves. It doesn't really mean anything. You either win, lose or draw, obviously. And 2 more stupid ones. Goals change games and goals win games. This is what, if you watch television in England, you will hear a lot of people saying those kind of things. I've also got a football idioms visual to talk about briefly, to explain what the idioms mean. Please click on the link on your screen now to see it. I'll wait briefly. So we have, firstly, a game of 2 halves means a change in fortune. Have the ball at one's feet. Have an opportunity. Over the moon means delighted. Sick as a parrot means disappointed. Take each game as it comes. Focus on the short term. Some football idioms for you there. Well, that concludes the little bits I wanted to talk about for this special Brazil 2014 World Cup English lesson. But as the World Cup goes on, right till the middle of June, to the middle of July, I beg your pardon, for a whole month, I want to keep posting football-related English lessons quite regularly. So please have a look in the description on YouTube below the video to join us in the English group and British English page on Google+. YouTube, of course, I will keep posting other lessons on there. Tumblr and Twitter as well. I will be posting general English stuff, but also things particular about football. For example, football idioms and expressions to help you understand some of the things we say and that you might hear if you're listening to English people discussing football. And I have 2 or 3 of my British slang podcast series to publish as well, which will feature football-related terms. Please do check out podomatic.com for the British Accent podcast as well, or British Slang podcasts, which you can find on my main website, www.learnbritishenglish.co.uk. All of my free material is on there for you to have a look at. Please do join us, discuss, participate, share as well. Everyone is welcome to do that, and to invite your friends would be grand. But that's it for today. Thank you very much for your time and for watching. I hope that this World Cup special was useful for you. And please do keep in touch. Like I said, I'm going to be posting more material to explain further as the World Cup goes along. So I hope that you will join me then. Take care then, and please, everyone, enjoy the World Cup. It's a special moment. I certainly will be watching it as much as possible, and hopefully many of you will too. So I'll always be happy to discuss it with you if you want. I'll be back very soon though with other lessons, but take care for now. I will see you next time, and it's the World Cup, everyone, so enjoy. Bye bye.